Hey, Judy, you old rat! Did you eat the chocolate that was in the fridge again? I was saving those for myself!
Oh my! I'm sorry. I baked a cake with it yesterday.
I can't believe you! Those were expensive. You can only get them at selected shops. They were imported straight from Japan.
But they seemed like they were about to start molding. I've been thinking about this for a while, but you need to make sure to only buy food in quantities that you feel confident in finishing. I understand that you like to take your time eating those nice things, but you always end up letting them spoil. It's just a waste.
I'm sorry. Did I ask for your opinion? I don't need to hear anything from a person who's a freeloader for the whole life. You wouldn't understand how it feels to cherish these things.
Did you just call me a freeloader?
Ugh, this is too frustrating. I can't take this anymore. I only decided to move in with you because Keith told me that there would be a bunch of benefits for me. But all you provide for the two of us is stress.
What?
You use the nice things that I buy without any permission. You only pay a small fraction of the rent. And worst of all, you don't even adhere to your sister-in-law, regardless of how much she's done for you.
I'm sorry, but what have you done for me?
I let you live with me.
Didn't Keith tell you that he wanted to live with me before you two decided to get married? In fact, it was his duty. I was his sister and I was under 18 years old. He has been my guardian since my parents passed away. That's why I live with you in this house.
That doesn't matter. I can't take this anymore. I've decided that I'm going to stop acting like the nice little housewife that I always try to be. I'm going to stop myself from being such a sweet soul to you. And I'm taking better care of myself.
Have you ever really been kind to me? You call yourself a housewife and try to look nice in front of Keith. But we both know that the truth is that I always do the housework while you lie down on the couch, scrolling on your phone.
Shut your mouth, you freeloader. Don't you dare speak to me like that. You need to keep in mind that the only reason that you have a place to live is because my husband and I are kind enough to provide for you.
Keith, do you know what your wife just said to me?
Huh?
She just threw all of her anger at me that this isn't what she signed up for. And that you told her that there would be benefits on her side by living with me. She even went as far as to call me a freeloader. And that I should be ashamed of nothing being able to adhere to her. I think she must clearly understand me and my family situation. Why is she upset and comparing herself with a child like me, who is not yet 18 years old? I need to know what you told her.
Come on, it's nothing strange.
What?
I mean, you had a bunch of money inherited to you when our parents died, didn't you? The assets your parents left you are more than mine. I really don't understand why. So you definitely won't have to do anything and still be rich with the money your parents left behind. So I told Lydia that you would support us a pretty good amount per month if we let you stay over at our place. So we had a discussion and decided that it would be best to rent the money that we need for now and have you support us to pay it back.
Is that the real reason? Isn't it the responsibility of a brother to his sister like you two said before?
Of course. If not, why would I waste money raising a kid like you? Wait until you turn 18 years old and the inheritance money in your savings book will be legally withdrawn. It's time for you to repay your brother and sister-in-law for providing you with accommodation all these years.
I remember how happy I was when Molly told me that she would replace my mom by caring for me. It was all about just money, huh?
You don't have to say it like that, Judy.
After finding out about your motives, you turned Molly into a cold-hearted liar. Now, all she does is complain about my presence and call me a freeloader. She even forced me to work and pay monthly rent while I was under 18 years old. I had no money and was not old enough to have a job. How come? All she did was nag and say I was a nuisance in her life. I should never have been bothered living with the two of you. So explain everything to Lydia right now. That there was never a conversation about me providing for the two of you, and that you lied about it. And while you're at it, apologize and tell her that you're single-handedly provide for her from now on.
What are you talking about? Are you not going to give us money? Are you sure?
That's the money my parents left me. I already have a purpose for each amount of money, so don't touch it even if it's just a penny. Don't make yourself such a greedy person. Both you and I are entitled to the same inheritance. So why are you targeting that money of mine? How selfish you are.
But I invested all that money, and it's gone. It was a reckless investment, a mistake of my youth, so now I no longer have any savings to rely on.
It's your fault. Don't ever think of robbing me of money.
But I am your brother. You must help your brother when he is in trouble, especially in financial matters.
If you and your wife have good intentions and treat me properly and kindly, then it is not a matter to hesitate. I am willing to help people who treat me well. What you two did was purely exploiting my spirit and taking advantage of my assets. Is that how an older brother treats his younger sister?
Don't act like a pitiful person anymore, you idiot. When you turn 18 years old, immediately withdraw all the money from the savings book that your parents made for you before and give it to me. Consider it as a down payment for monthly living expenses. Otherwise, I will immediately throw you out on the street. You don't want to become homeless at that age, do you?
That's not even your house. That house was left to us by our parents, for you and me. And now you kick me out and force me to live in a street? How can you? You're a monster!
Come on, I'm just negotiating. If you give me the money, everything will be different. We will still live together as happily as possible.
Hey, old rat. The daydreaming has finally come. You don't know how excited I am right now.
Huh?
Oh. Happy birthday, my silly sister-in-law. This is probably the day I've been looking forward to the most ever. Oh my god, honestly, I'm looking forward to it more than my wedding day.
What do you mean?
I have a super surprise gift for your birthday. Are you curious?
Gift for me? Actually, I don't need any gifts from you. It's nice for you to remember my birthday.
No. You have to accept this gift. It is not a valuable item, but it will be a milestone that changes your life. From the top to hell.
What do you mean?
Curious, right? The gift is, you will be kicked out of the house.
What the hell?
Yes, from today you will no longer be able to live in this house. Your belongings are lying on the porch. Please quickly go back and get out of here. It's been enough for a patient sister-in-law like me to endure. I'm finally freed from a parasite like you.
What? Why did you arbitrarily move my things without my permission?
So what? Go home quickly and clean up all that mess. And don't forget to find a corner to live in.
Okay. Anyway, I have no intention of living with you in that house anymore.
Oh my god, you really nailed it. It's true that you're 18 years old, so you understand things better. But sadly, your future will be that of an ugly, poor, torn woman living on the streets. How pitiful it is.
Poor? Are you saying I'm poor?
Exactly. After today, you have nothing left in your hand. Your brother Keith is on his way to the bank. As a guardian, he will legally withdraw the savings your parents left you. We will monopolize that money without having to beg or threaten you to provide it each month as originally planned. So, unexpected, right? We will enjoy that money gratefully.
What? What are you talking about?
You were very shocked, right? In just a few minutes, you will become a homeless girl.
Wait, you mean Keith is on his way to the bank? Right now?
Exactly.
Oh my god!
Why do you laugh? What is this reaction? You won't be able to laugh anymore, girl.
I can't stop laughing! Look at these two greedy idiots who are pleased with their plan. Oh my god, how silly!
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I have to inform you that today is not my birthday. My birthday is October 3, which means 2 days have passed.
What? Are you kidding me?
No, that's the truth. Perhaps your carelessness has ruined that perfect plan. Not remembering your sister's birthday? It's ridiculous.
No, don't think you can fool me. Surely your birthday is today, October 5th. You're lying.
I can show you my passport, if necessary. I celebrated my birthday to the fullest with my friends 2 days ago. And of course, with a wonderful gift that my parents gave me on this day.
You mean the inherited money?
Exactly! I went to the bank and withdrew all the savings my parents left me. And now I'm holding it all, telling Keith not to touch a dime.
Impossible. I don't believe it. You're lying.
Believe it or not, you will know later.
Judy, answer me. Where is the money?
Oh, my brother! Ha ha ha!
Where is the money?
You have no right to know. It's my money, not yours.
How dare you deceive us like that? How dare you withdraw all that money without telling me?
Deceive? What the hell are you talking about? The ambition of these two people is something I never expected. You and your wife waited until my 18th birthday, took the role of guardian, and went to the bank to withdraw all the money my parents left me. The children were pleased and ready to kick me out of the house, turning me into a homeless person. How dare you do that? I'm your biological sister. You should take care of me more than anyone else.
Take care of you? Are you crazy? You are a burden in my life. I wish you did not exist in this world. If so, all of my parents' assets would already belong to me.
Okay, I'm ready to cut ties with you. Today, I'll officially move out. I will move to a new house that is more spacious and higher rise with a city view. Oh my God, my life will be much more peaceful.
What? A new house? With a city view? It's impossible.
I am old enough to buy a house and all procedures were completed yesterday. I will move there to live a new life and never want to see you again.
Did you use all the money your parents left you to buy a house?
No, I cannot do that. I will use that money later to develop my business. As for that house, I bought it in installments from the money I earned myself.
Earn it yourself, how come?
Well, I started an online business more than 3 years ago, and thank God I have made huge profits. I have been saving money all this time, and with the money my parents left behind, I decided to buy a house for myself in installments. Unlike you, I can't waste money on stupid investments and end up losing money and having nothing left.
No way. You're just kidding, right?
I don't have time to joke with you. I'll hire someone to pick up my things, so please leave them on the porch. From today, I will not return to that house anymore.
Wait, hold on, Judy. Do you still have unused inheritance money? Can you give me a temporary loan? I need money to pay the debt now. The investment money was lost. My wife and I were forced to borrow money from the bank to repay the debt, and now I can't borrow anymore. Please, Judy, you must save me. I'll pay you back double. Trust me. I need money to pay off the debt. Otherwise, this house will be immediately repossessed by the bank.
Trust you? No way! There's no way I'd spend the money my parents left me in your stupid mistakes. Take care of yourself and pay off your debt, you greedy bastard. You're paying off for your karma.
No, I know you wouldn't let your brother fall into this situation, right? You won't let me struggle to pay off debt and be homeless, right? You are my lovely little sister, a filial and very understanding sister, Judy. I carried you as soon as you were born. You don't know how much I pampered you before.
Ew, it's so cringe. After all you've done, the way you and your wife treated me, I don't think I'll be able to sympathize or help you anymore. Find a way to pay off your debt yourself.
No, impossible. You must help me. I beg you, Judy. Give me the money, otherwise I'll die.
Now, you're paying for the karma you have caused. Don't try to get in touch with me anymore. Now, I have to decorate my new house. Good luck, and never see you again.
No, Judy! No!
A few days later, Keith's debt was foreclosed on by the bank, and he was forced to surrender the house to the bank. I heard that he and his wife had to move to rent a rundown house on the outskirts of the city, close to the slums. Their lives are getting worse and worse, always arguing and even fighting. Both of them had to work multiple jobs at the same time to have enough money to pay for all living expenses. Right now, they are paying for what they did to their sister. Family is the most wonderful thing, the most proud thing, but perhaps for me, it ended when my parents passed away. I moved to a new house near the city center and continued my business. It seems like my parents in heaven always bless me so everything is going well. Gradually, I opened a factory and the company became bigger and bigger, which gave me a worry-free life. I also saved money for myself to continue studying at the university because I know that now only knowledge lasts forever.
Hey babe, do you have a second? I wanted to talk again about my parents moving in with us.
Sorry, now's not a good time. I'm at work. Plus, I thought we were done talking about that. Before we got married, you promised me they'd never move in with us.
Yeah, I know, but Alex and Gabby are moving soon, and my parents will have nowhere to go. I'd much rather have them live with us than try and have them living on their own.
Why? They aren't that old. Why don't they find their own place and then we can have them visit on the weekends or vice versa? It would be the best of both worlds. It would be way too much to have them here every day since we're both working.
No way! It would be too much work to go there for them to come here. Plus all that moving around wouldn't be good for them.
Well, I don't know what else to tell you. I know you want them to live with us, but I don't think it's the best idea. I really have too much on my plate already. I shouldn't have to remind you, but I'm running a business. I have to focus on that above anything else. I don't want to have to worry about being back at home if your parents need us. I have way too much responsibility as it is. In return, I'd be willing to contribute financially to their living situation and have them come here on the weekends. I think that's more than fair. Especially since you promised me this type of thing wouldn't happen.
Okay, but if you really love me, you'll do this for me. Oh, I know that might sound selfish, but it's how I feel.
What are you saying? I wouldn't have married you if I didn't love you. And of course I care about your parents very much. But this is a completely different issue. Plus, your brother and his wife still haven't even put their house up for sale yet. They just said they wanted to move, but haven't done anything more than that. I know how much Gabby does for them, and how hard she works around the house. I'm at work all day. I can't possibly do the same. Like I said, I'm totally fine with contributing to help them find a place. We can afford it.
Aw, Gabby just likes doing all that. My parents wouldn't expect you to do the same.
Oh, yeah? Every time we go over there, she seems completely wiped out. Plus, she always wears the same old clothes that are ripped and covered in stains. I hate to even ask, but your parents aren't forcing her to do all that work, are they?
How could you ask that? Of course they're not. My parents have lived with them for 5 years, and I haven't seen them as much as ask her for a glass of water in that time.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you're right. I guess I have no reason to believe they would do that. There's no way you'd let it slide if they did anyway. You're too nice of a person.
Exactly. Gabby's just, I don't know, a little bit different, I guess. She's got some mental stuff going on. I don't think she has any interest in fashion anyway.
Maybe. In any case, I'm putting my foot down. Sorry, I'm against them living with us full time. Unless you have a really good reason for them to live with us, the answer is always going to be no.
Ugh. You really are stubborn, huh?
I don't want to hear any back talk. It's only going to make me want it less.
Alright, fine. I'll try and think of a reason why they don't have to live with us.
Hi, I'm sorry to text you this late at night. I wanted to talk to you about living with your parents-in-law. Hey, Gabby. I'm surprised you're still awake. Sorry for texting you out of the blue earlier about them moving in here. No need to apologize. I'm sorry I couldn't respond sooner. I was so busy with work and doing everything around the house. Oh, really? Are you sure you're not too tired? Well, we can talk tomorrow if that's better. No, now is okay. I'm guessing Carlos has talked to you about his parents moving in with you guys after we move? I don't think you should do that. Really? Why do you say that? Do you promise not to mention any of this to Carlos? Of course. I'm secretly seeking you out for advice anyway. He doesn't know about this. Well, as you know, they moved in here about 5 years ago. I've been working that whole time, plus taking care of literally every possible thing around the house. I barely get a minute of rest, let alone a day off. Having them here has used up all the money I saved up from before I got married. I think you know this already, but I work at the company our father-in-law owns and Carlos manages. I'm practically doing everything on my own there. When I started working, they were nearly bankrupt. Things haven't gotten much better, and I think it's only a matter of time before the company is going under. But our father-in-law demands that I don't quit, and that I have a responsibility to turn things around. Plus, on top of that, I have to come home and do everything at the house. When I say no one in this house lifts a finger, I mean it. To put it bluntly, I'm their slave. Hang on a second. I noticed you're always wearing really ragged clothes. Is that really because you're not interested in fashion? It's because I have no money to buy new clothes. I've been wearing the same clothes I've had since 5 years ago when they first moved in. On the other hand, everyone else goes shopping almost once a week. That's horrible. You need to get out of that environment ASAP. Why don't I talk to Carlos? We can figure out what to do. I can't leave. I have no family or relatives. I have nowhere to go. Plus, Carlos already knows about all of this. In fact, he's no better than any of them. What do you mean? Carlos always struck me as the person to not stand for this kind of thing. Wait, aren't you and Alex moving, though? That's the reason Carlos gave for why his mom and dad have to live here. No, we aren't. It's just a lie to get you to let his parents live there. Once they move in, Alex is going to say we changed our minds and decided to stay. But it'll already be too late, and they'll be living in your house. I don't expect you to believe what I'm about to say, but... What is it? Carlos is the worst one out of them all. He treats me like garbage and screams at me in front of everyone almost every day. Since you work late, he's always over at the house following me around, barking orders at me, and commenting on how I do the housework. Everyone in that family is a monster. I bet the only reason they want to live with you is because they know you have money and they want to take it. Or because I'm mentally at my breaking point and they know it won't be much longer until I collapse. There's still time for you, though. Run as far as you can. It's not safe for you here. There's no saving me at this point. The damage is done. I don't believe it. I can't abandon you. We can run away together. Into where? There's nowhere for either of us to go. I even contacted the police to see if they could do anything, but they didn't. They said it's a domestic issue, and there's nothing they can do. I'm going to help you. What? If you didn't say anything, I might have agreed to let them live here. I already told Carlos I agreed to them coming here for the weekends. But honestly, after hearing what you said, who knows what would have happened? One day, when I come home from work, they might be all moved in here with no warning. Thank you so much for having the courage to tell me all of that. Leave the rest up to me. You're not alone. I'm going to get you out of this. Melissa, are you sure you don't have any doubts about what I'm telling you? Not anymore. I always wondered about you. How can I put this? I don't know. I was always just curious about how you meshed with that family. Whenever I asked Carlos about it, he just chalked it up to you liking housework. He promised me that this exact thing would never happen. But then when he heard you guys would be moving, he tried to go back on his word. It's all making sense now. Carlos has been planning this the whole time. I'm really sorry about this. For a moment, more like a split second really, I was relieved to hear they set their sights on you. I thought it would mean my life would be a little less torturous. I'm so sorry for thinking that. Why did you tell me all of this? If you had kept quiet, you would have gotten your wish. Because you were always so nice to me when you came here. I hadn't been treated like that in longer than I can remember. It made me feel so good. I could tell you were a good person, and I didn't want you to have to go through the same thing as me. You're so strong for putting up with this as long as you have. In return for letting me know the truth, please, let me help you. Carlos and Alex have no idea what's coming to them. Let's put them through hell. They're not going to get away with this.
Melissa! Do you know anything about this?
About what?
Don't play dumb. Gabby's gone. She left a note saying I'm never coming back. Where could she have possibly gone? She has no friends or family. The only other person that she could possibly be staying with is you. Which is very convenient, seeing as I'm standing outside the house right now and my key doesn't fit into the lock anymore. She's in the house, isn't she? I know you changed the locks.
Oh, I see you've solved the mystery. Boy, you really had me fooled for a while. And to think, I was actually going to consider having your parents live with us.
Huh? What are you saying? If anyone, you're the one who tricked me. Gabby isn't mentally stable. Don't believe anything she told you.
You can't decide for me who I'm going to believe. By the way, I looked into your dad's company and, oh, boy, what a mess. I had no idea you worked at a place on the brink of bankruptcy. I wonder where all the company's money went. Maybe on all that expensive designer stuff you wore the day you met me? Gabby showed me the numbers. You've been taking loans and borrowing money from anywhere that'll give it to you. Oh, do you have any idea what you're doing? Oh, you're so stupid it makes me laugh. Although I shouldn't talk, because I was dumb enough to fall for your act.
I didn't use the company money for that. I got those things for my birthday.
Yeah, sure you did. Okay, next question. Why is it that Gabby was always wearing rags every time we went to see her? Was it like you said, because she had no interest in fashion? Nope. When I asked her, she told me she's wanted to go shopping for years. Could the real reason be because your brother and parents don't give her a dime of her own money she works for to buy new clothes? Bingo!
Melissa, are you serious right now? You're believing her over your own husband. Something's wrong here.
The only thing that's wrong is what you and your family are doing. They preyed on her because they knew she had no family or no one else to run to. That is until I showed up. Sorry to burst their bubble. I bet they saw me the same way, right? Yeah, I don't have any family, but you better believe I have friends and a whole company of people that will come to my side if I need help. And trust me, after telling them about you and your family, they're ready to do whatever they can for me. First things first, you better believe this marriage is over.
Oh yeah? You think you rule the world because you have money? That's all you have, you fat ugly witch. What a mistake it was to marry someone as pathetic as you. Thanks though. You better believe I'll be taking half of that when we get divorced. Ha! I'll find a woman that's 100 times better than you. You won't be so arrogant when I take half your money.
Finally, your true feelings come out. First, let's talk about Gabby. There's no question that she's getting a divorce and suing for emotional damages for the way she was treated like a slave and denied access to her own money. As for us, yeah, you might be getting my money, but you won't be able to keep it for very long. I imagine you'll need it when Gabby sues you and your parents, too. They don't have any money of their own after leeching off her for so long, so I bet you'll need to foot that bill.
Ah, what? Why would she think she could sue us?
Well, you said it yourself. Gabby is mentally unstable. So, we went to get her evaluated by a professional, and it turns out you're right. All of the abuse caused her extreme mental suffering. It's all in the medical report we got from the doctor. Which is what she'll use as ground for suing the pants off you creeps. It doesn't matter if it's physical or mental. Abuse is abuse. Sounds like it'll be a pretty clear-cut win for her. You knew that, didn't you? You can't possibly be that stupid.
You're the stupid one. Oh, good luck trying to prove we caused her to be like that.
The fact that we can prove it all is exactly why I'm divorcing you. Do you think I would do that without any other hard evidence? Gabby has been recording all the things you and your horrible family have said to her. I know everything. Oh, and by the way, we've already contacted the local newspaper, and they said they'd pick up the story. You can't run from this, or pretend like it's not going on anymore.
What? I'm calling your bluff. There's no way a newspaper would pick up a stupid story like this.
I wouldn't be so sure of that. Nothing like this ever happens around here. They picked up the story in a second, especially since it involved a local business owner. Plus, we could have just paid them to feature the story, but lucky for us, they decided to report about it for free. Oh, I wonder what the title's gonna be. Local woman freed after trapped as slave. Or maybe, the family from hell enslaves young wife.
What does any of this even have to do with you? They haven't done anything to you.
No, but they were going to, weren't they? You were trying everything in your power to get them into our house so they could do the same thing to me. There's no use in explaining that to you, though. You already know that. And soon everyone in this town will know when they read the news. If it gets big enough, maybe the whole country's gonna read about it.
Do you enjoy causing my family pain? Oh, I had no idea you were such a sick and twisted person.
Are you seriously trying to act like the victim? After treating Gabby like she was worthless and planned on doing the same to me? Yeah, maybe you never really learned what kind of person I really am. If you pick a fight with me, you better be ready to throw down. I'll always stand up for people who have helped me. Which in this case is Gabby. She quite literally saved my life by telling me about who you and your family really are.
Melissa, I'm sorry. I had no choice. It's just what my parents forced me to do. It's how I was raised.
Well, I'm glad to see you have some remorse for what you've done.
So you'll forgive me? Let's put this behind us and start over.
No, not a chance. What I meant was you seem like you'll be in a good place to think long and hard about what you've done, after we get divorced. Oh, if you really love me, you'll do that for me, right? After that, Gabby and I both contacted lawyers to move forward with our divorces. As expected, Gabby got a truckload of money from suing Carlos's family. In fact, I don't even mind that Carlos got some of my money, because technically it went straight to Gabby. I doubt he has 2 pennies to rub together. It's true, Gabby really did have severe emotional damage. Now she's getting the treatment she deserves to help her cope with the abuse she had to go through. Just being out of that environment has helped a lot. I told her she didn't need to do anything around the house now that she lives with me. But she's gone above and beyond to keep this place looking great. I'll never forgive that evil family for what they did to someone as sweet as Gabby. Once their story hit the shelves, boy, did they get famous. Or should I say, infamous. Their family business finally went under, and the house they were all living in got foreclosed. It sounds like things really got bad after their story got spread around. They had huge physical arguments. In the end, they scattered all over the state like cockroaches. I don't expect things to work out for them. Every one of them needs the support of someone else to survive. I hope they all live in despair and turmoil, because that's exactly what they deserve. By the way, I sold the house Carlos and I used to live in, and Gabby and I moved far away so they'd never be able to find us. We're enjoying the single life as roommates now. Even though we're not related by blood, she feels like my little sister. I think I'm done with marriage after what I went through with Carlos. For a while, I was feeling really depressed about everything. I felt very used and didn't feel like I had much self-worth. I was just a pawn in a sick, evil game. But now I'm over that and really enjoying focusing on myself and working as hard as I can. Especially now that I have my new sister.